Hello, welcome to my channel, everyone. To Soulight Hypnotherapy and Tarot. Thank you for joining me for the Gemini December reading. Today I am using the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck, and I'm clarifying with Lavera Sibilla, using one Egyptian Oracle card as an advice, as a final advice. And I'm going to be looking at your going to be looking at your money sector, your love sector if you're single, love sector if you're coupled, and your work life energy. It's just a snapshot, one card only, of what you'll be dealing with in the month of December. And then the card below it will give you some advice for this circumstance that you're in. So hopefully advice and guidance that will help you. That's always my intention. So please make sure to subscribe to my channel before we get started. And while you're there, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post new readings. I encourage you to please hit the like button. Know that tarot, one reader can't read for hopefully thousands of people, hundreds or thousands of people, and be everyone's story. These cards represent energy and how you'll be feeling, that essence of that energy. It can play out in a myriad of ways for different people at different levels and degrees. Okay, so I speak on the energy, and you have to listen and feel for how it will resonate in your life. It's always a good idea to watch the reading once in the beginning and then watch it again at the end of the time frame of the reading and see how it played out for you. That's all I ask before you hit that thumbs down button, because that's not cool. All right. As I was shuffling your cards, and please become a Patreon subscriber, support this channel. I do need your support. I think I've offered some really good readings over the last 4 years, yet my channel has been stifled. No big deal. We're not going to worry about that. I'm just asking you to please subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to support every once in a while, I do need your support. So you're welcome to become a Patreon subscriber or to donate. And those links are in my description box below. All right, now let's begin. As I was shuffling your cards, all cards were upright. If they fall out reverse, I read them reverse. The theme card, the first card that fell out, which is a theme for the entire reading, or in a nutshell, your reading. So really pay attention to this. It's going to color every sector: money, love, work. So your theme card is this Five of Pentacles. Oh, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who stayed subscribed and who is supporting this channel in whatever way that you can, leaving comments, sharing. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, Gemini. So you got this Five of Pentacles, and the La Amica card from the Everyday Oracle clarifies the Five of Pentacles. As I look at your reading, you've got some really awesome cards. You got the Nine of Pentacles in your money sector, the Six of Wands in your love sector if you're single, the Ten of Cups in your love sector if you're coupled, and the Eight of Wands in your work sector. And you even got the Fortune card as your oracle. I mean, these are freaking good cards. So why, Gemini, is this your theme card? Look at this. Sad face, mopey, down in the dumps. This tells me that you are either, and time is, like I said, this is a snapshot. So some of you may have already gone through this and are bringing this energy into December. Some of you, this is what you're going to be facing in December and dealing with in December, okay? If it hasn't happened already, then this could be foretelling. So you're facing or suffering from financial loss, misfortune, or inadequacy, or a sense of failure. Now, that could play out in so many different ways. Some of you may be facing or dealing with a job loss, not having enough money or neglect in a relationship. Maybe you have self-worthiness issues. Maybe you've undergone a devastating situation and maybe you've been evicted. Um, there's misfortune here. You feel like a failure. You may feel ashamed. Some of you may be out on the streets. I don't know. Some of you may be affected by illness. There's lots of different ways to experience the Five of Pentacles, but you're feeling shut out. You're not feeling made welcome or comfortable where you're at. Some of you, this might be an emotional or a mental. Sorry, sometimes I do that when I start channeling. That's weird. Some of you, this might be a feeling that you're getting at your workplace. Maybe you're feeling shut out. Because I'm getting feeling cold, shut out, even though energies around you are trying to make you feel comfortable, welcome, and at home. This could be home energy, work energy. There's energies here, or an entity here, person or persons who are trying to make you feel warm and comfortable, or who are in a warm, comfortable setting that you do not feel a part of. So either you're feeling this way and someone's trying to comfort you, guide you, help you, make you feel comfortable, or you think everybody else is good and you're shut out from that. Okay. And you feel some kind of way about that. Okay. All right. You may be shutting out a woman, a wife, a friend, a colleague who's trying to offer you warmth and comfort and good guidance. Can you guys hear me? Hopefully everybody can hear me. I forgot to ask. Turn up my volume. Someone is trying to offer you comfort, warmth, good guidance, which I feel you're not taking or able to take at this time. Because you're in the blues about something, even though all the cards show that you should be happy. These are quite successful cards. Someone is trying to give you advice, and I feel you should take this advice. It would really help you if you took this advice. You would feel better. You would feel more at ease about where you're at. Spirit wants you to take this advice. It will be good help for you. But I don't think you're open to it. I think you have a lot, but you don't think you have enough. So, advice from this card is saying professional advice might be necessary for Geminis to talk about how they're feeling and why they're so discontented. This would be most helpful. All right, let's get to your money sector, and maybe that will make more sense. You got the Nine of Pentacles as your money card. So I feel like you've accomplished a lot, Gemini. You have good material gains and rewards that you're able to live off of, or that will be coming in towards you. If you don't have it, maybe you're going to be receiving some money. You should be very content financially in your financial world right now, having more than enough to splurge on your pleasures. Some of you may be in a position where you're retired or looking to retire. And on another level, there are some Geminis who are enjoying the fruits of others' labor behind their back. It's a little shady thing going on right there. Or maybe you're just in a situation where you are enjoying the fruits of another and maybe they're not aware of that. I think you're proud of what you've accomplished. You're making money on those accomplishments now. I see you gaining in money, profits, and rewards. And if you haven't received it already, then it will be arriving soon. I feel like you're in a really good position and you are feeling self reliant and entitled, maybe in a way somewhat exclusive. You're able to invest money in a big way on your own pleasures and your own pursuits. Some of you might be living off of another another's accomplishments and wealth to your content. Okay, and that might be what I was talking about before. Maybe you're living off another's accomplishments and gains to your content. Maybe that's your situation. So you're in a good place though, regardless. But you may not feel worthy of it. Okay? Or unworthy of it. Your advice card for this Nine of Pentacles is the Ten of Swords. So this is more like a warning. It might be explaining why you have this mopiness here. Because you're in a good place. You have financial comforts and rewards. You're able to enjoy a good lifestyle, either that you provided or that another provides. Yet you feel inadequate, like a failure. It could be that some of you are, okay, I'm seeing one story. Some of you could be, because maybe this hasn't happened yet. Maybe this is something you stand to inherit that's coming in, but maybe it's coming as a result of a loss, of a devastating loss or hit. Could even be a death. I hope not. I hope not. Um, it could be like severance or something like that. And that's why you're not happy about these gains. It could be a lot of money, but you're not happy about these gains. That's one story. It could be that you're enjoying the fruits of your labor, living your life like it's golden, but knowing that you're about to face some sort of devastating hit or loss. So this may be a pretense, or maybe something's about to come to an end that's going to change the situation for you, and you're upset about that. So that could be why you have this energy here. If this doesn't make sense, you have to remember it's for December. The advice of the Nine of Pentacles, whatever your story is that you need to be extremely cautious with your money right now. Any money coming in, any money that you have. Maybe you've been living in a golden era, time of much increase, but maybe that's about to come to an end. Don't take any unnecessary risks or gambles. And get rid of your fatalistic attitude. Maybe you are about to gain a big increase through some sort of loss of another. Okay, however that loss comes about. Maybe someone is getting fired. Doesn't necessarily mean someone has to die, but maybe you're about to gain a big increase, but you're unhappy about that because of the way that it comes about to you. You can't even look at the blessing right now. You're more so looking at the loss. So you need to get out of your fatalistic attitude. That's the advice of Spirit. And don't dig yourself in and isolate yourself into this state of being for too long. Don't linger too long in this state, Yes, you have to do your grieving, you have to express your emotions, but don't do it for too long. You don't want to stay in this space for too long. The only way to go from here is up. And this ending, for some of you, leads to a new beginning. And you're encouraged to learn from your past mistakes so you don't repeat them again. That could be what someone is trying to comfort you with, this advice, this guidance. That's one story. On another story, if you've been living a good life, like it's golden, and now you're facing a traumatic end or loss, defeat, there will be others around you um, comforting you, giving you warmth, advice, and support. I feel like it won't phase you to, I mean, you're still going to be living a pretty luxurious life. You may be living with someone and able to enjoy the fruits of their labor. So it's all how you look at it. So try not to look at it from this fatalistic point of view for too long. Yes, you have to process the loss, but get up from that as soon as you can. And if you're facing ruin, maybe you're in your case, you know you're about to lose it all, or something's about to happen that's going to um, undermine this lifestyle, then don't shut yourself off from others. You need to talk about it. There's people that need to know. Perhaps there's people that need to know, or and also you need to get it off your chest so you can your work out your situation and rise up from this depressed space and help yourself. So that's a lot of stories. Sheesh, Gemini. And of course, you could probably see the Donald Trump in that too, right? All right. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say there. So now let's talk about your love life if you're single. Woo, that was a lot. Okay, if you're single, you got this 6 of Wands. That's an awesome card. It says you have a lot of popularity, you get a lot of attention, or you're going to be getting a lot of attention. Perhaps this is because of who you are. Maybe you have some clout, success, a lot of accomplishments. Maybe you're famous, but you're getting a lot of attention. I see admirers, maybe more than one, who have a crush on you and are singing your praises, and they are putting you on a pedestal. And this, of course, strokes your ego, makes you feel good, right? You're getting comforted. Because your ego's pretty damaged and needs this stroking. But you may not be open to this connection, feeling shut out or shutting them out. And the reason for that would be because of, there's different reasons why you would feel that way, depending on who you are. Some of you may not feel like those approaching you are on your level. Some of you may, if you're the one being admired, you may not feel like the ones approaching you are on your level. For some of you, you may not be open to this prospect because of your own situation that you're anticipating is about to hit soon, or maybe you may not be feeling adequate to live up to what they think you are or what they think you can provide. Maybe that you can't provide it right now. And then if that's not your story, if you're not the one getting the attention, it could be that someone like this may be casting their sights on you, which is flattering, strokes your ego, but deep down you don't feel worthy of this. or able to maintain this connection, right? You may have a sense of unworthiness here. Your advice for this Six of Wands is Seven of Wands. So I keep getting the Seven of Wands in all my readings. And I shuffle the cards good. Um, but I guess a lot of people have their defenses up right now. So you need to let down your defenses. That's your first advice, so that love can enter in. And your defenses are put up for any sort of reasons to protect yourself from being found to be unworthy. Number one, thank you, Catherine Guy. Hi. I was ready. It's like nobody's talking to me. Like, am I even making any sense? All right. Where was I? So your defenses could be up for a myriad of reasons. It could be that you may not be feeling worthy and you're trying to prevent someone from learning about your own feeling of inadequacy. It could be that you don't have what they think you have and you're trying to protect yourself from that discovery. It could be that you don't think they're good enough, that they're not on your level, or there's different reasons why you have your defenses up, but Spirit wants to say if you let your defenses down, perhaps love can enter. Someone's offering you warmth, comfort, and advice. They want to befriend you. They want to bring you closer. They want to get closer. But I think that your focus is on other things right now, and you're just in a state of depression. Some of you may be depressed about someone that you lose, or something that goes down that is you consider a devastating hit. And your mind's just not on this right now. And that's understandable when your situation's not right, when your money's not right, when there's illness or loss, you're not focused on new love. So I think your focus is, if you're single, your focus is on kind of maintaining being in your own space and focusing on a gravity of a loss, a failure, or an inadequacy. That's where you'd rather be. That's what you're doing. Spirit would like you to take down those defenses and don't linger too long in this defeatist attitude. But you got to do what you got to do. You got to process how you got to process. I just don't think love is your main focus, but you are at least getting your ego stroked and feeling somewhat better by this attention. All right, now if you're in a coupled relationship, you got this Ten of Cups. Nice card. Let's hope for the best. Coupled Geminis. Ten of Cups is a solid relationship, is a good mate, it's a good match. It's happiness, it's marriage, it's fulfillment, it's togetherness, it's sharing, it's a happy ending. It's that ideal. If you're not already married, perhaps you're wanting to marry with someone, and that you've been in a relationship with. Maybe you want to take it to the next level or get married, but you may be feeling inadequate to offer what maybe you feel this energy is comfortable with, the lifestyle that they're used to. Maybe you don't feel you have the means to offer them that. Maybe this person is on another level than you. Maybe you're dealing with a rich person, right? Don't let that stop you. I don't think you should let that stop you, right? You need to talk about that. Have that conversation. Don't let money or inadequate space become an issue that dampens your relationship and keeps you from taking it to the next level. If you're in a relationship where there's been challenges between you and your partner, then this could represent you reuniting. I'm sorry to hear that, Catherine. But as I'm holding this card up, perhaps this is her saying, I'm with you. I'm always with you. Okay, let me get back to the reading. If you and your partner have been challenged, then this could represent a reunion, a reuniting, a getting back together, or wanting to work things out in a positive have a positive, happy ending and work things out in a good way. But for some reason, I mean, I always have to go back to the theme, okay? It deepens the reading, but it takes away the positivity. I'm sorry, I know. But you know what? Life is challenges, guys. Life isn't this. Um, so you may be wanting to reunite with someone, be together with them again. You're sad that you're not, you're missing someone deeply. And your advice card is the 8 of Cups. Sometimes you have to accept that someone left for a reason and try to cut those emotional ties. It could also be read another way where someone left, but there are still emotional ties. There's still spiritual connection, but they went on to a higher place. I think I'm talking to you, Catherine Guy. Oh my God. I think your mother is talking to you, my dear. She's saying I'm in a better place, but I'm still with you. I'm still connected to you. Don't be sad, honey. Don't be sad. She's offering you comfort and support, Catherine Guy. Celebrate celebrate all that you shared and enjoy. She wants you to enjoy your life and be proud of yourself. She's proud of you. Okay? Now, I don't channel, so I want to stop now. But please take that message and I'm so glad that you got it. It's such a beautiful message. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for using me in such a positive way. All right. So your advice is, okay, we've got two different scenarios going on here. Sorry, I had to just think about get back where I was at. Um, so some of you want to go to the next level with a partner, but you may feel inadequate to give that person a lifestyle that they're used to, or you may be having some things going on in your life that you still need to deal with and cut ties with. And then, sorry, I don't like to be, psychically, I don't open up that much. I'm sorry, so it kind of threw me off a little bit. Um, and if your relationship is challenged, then you want to reunite, but I think you have to resign yourself to a loss here. Some of you may have to resign yourself to a loss. Some of you need to, yeah, I just think you're sad and you're missing someone who's left, and you have to resign yourself to that loss. Either cut those emotional ties or realize that there are still ties that bind, and you haven't really lost anyone or anything. Um, and then this is the story I wanted to get to. Some of you may want to marry your partner, but maybe you don't have adequate resources, or maybe now is not the time because of COVID. And you may need to have a conversation that could cause tears. Someone has to sadly walk away from something they're emotionally tied to and accept that for now in order to, um, but that doesn't have to prevent your happiness. Okay. So I'm going to leave that alone. That part of the reading got kind of jacked up. All right. Now let's get on to your work sector. You have this 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is a card about activity and movement and progress. It's communication through the air. It's back and forth correspondence. It's messages, right? And it's conversation. So there could be lots of correspondence and conversation somehow involved with the work that you do, or involving your work, or finding work if you're out of work. I feel like if you've been in a space of isolation, or being out of work, that there's new activity ahead real soon. You'll be getting very busy. There'll be forward progress, or you're going to be busy actively promoting something that you do. So get ready for that. There's also a lot of talk about work, a lot of talk in work, and on a deeper level, some of you may be experiencing some gossip at work. And that makes you feel ostracized and left out. Your advice card is the Nine of Swords. So again, advice that doesn't feel like advice, it feels more like bad news, but advice card is the Nine of Swords. I feel like you could be feeling kind of freaked out about your work, maybe about new activity resuming, or about talk and communication in regards to your work, whether it be gossip or just, what's happening now. You're feeling a lot of anxiety, worries, and fears, freaked out about something, or in your head about something. It could be, for some of you, the messages that you're hearing are disturbing. And you're not able to cope with maybe this new activity or this noise. Maybe there's a noisy environment that you're in. For whatever reason, this activity, or this messaging, or this correspondence, or this noise, or this talk is negative for you. It's creating anxieties and fears for you. So the advice of the Nine of Swords is to be willing to look more realistically at your situation. Again, like I said here, get out of that fatalistic attitude. Don't dwell in this energy for too long. Don't dwell on this for too long. You're afraid about what's coming. I don't know what you're afraid of. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure it out. But you're afraid about what's coming and projecting fears onto the future. The advice of the Nine of Swords is to be realistic about your situation. Remember, fears are just a fantasy of what you think might happen. It's not real, and it hasn't happened. So all you have to do is change your perspective on your situation. You may need expert or psychological help here. I'm sorry. Yeah, because this might be something that is repetitive in your life that you need to get a handle on, and you need to clear up. I keep getting this for all my readings. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep giving the same message for sign after sign. But, we've all been going through a real rough time of it. This has been a really hard year on a lot of people, financially, emotionally, spiritually. A lot of people facing deaths, sickness, illness, job loss. So I'm not surprised, and the cards pick it up. Your final word of advice is the fortune card. I'm going to end this reading. So, as your advice, it says, in ancient Egypt, luck was associated with the benevolence of the gods. In our times, we need to substitute the gods with our ability to evoke and create luck. So try it starting tomorrow, and you will discover that your future will be lucky in proportion to your ability to be the God or gods of your life. So I think that's kind of what this is saying here too. You know, your fears are irrational, but you're projecting them onto the future. They can become your reality if you don't get a handle on what it is you're projecting, what it is you're uh, fearful of. And you're in control of your mind. And don't let anyone um, drive you crazy or drive you nuts. Don't let the situation drive you crazy, drive you nuts, right? And get in control of your thinking. And I think that's the main thing they take away from this. So, kind of a deep reading, Geminis, for the month of December. The good thing about this card and Sibylla is that it does tell me that it does bless and negate any negativity in the reading. So by actively carrying out this advice, you should see um, a turnaround for the better pretty quickly. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I was starting to look at Donald Trump's perspective, but I'm stop. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate your time and your waiting through this one with me. This was a kind of a difficult read. I don't know why, but I apologize for that. And make sure to tune in with me again next time. All right, blessings. Bye.